If, like me, you suffer from a glass backside, or you're just not happy with the overall design of your seat, then stay tuned for the next few minutes and I'll show you exactly what I've done to the seat on my BMW S1000XR. So a few weeks ago I was contacted by Alistair at a company called ElseMade. Now he's a one-man band, runs his own workshop with regards to custom seats for bikes. So he asked me if I wanted something doing. I obviously jumped at the opportunity to get that done. I wasn't I wasn't unhappy with how comfortable the stock seat was on the bike, but the overall look isn't particularly nice. So obviously to get a nice custom seat done is something I think worth doing. As I said, it wasn't particularly uncomfortable, but we have added some extra comfort into this seat, which I'll go into in a sec. I thought first off I'd talk about the overall sort of design, the comfort, the price, etc., and we'll sort of go through it bit by bit. So the design-wise, we've gone for a ridgeback seat, which basically heightens the pillion seat on the back of it and gives it this ridge. So he's built this front part up a bit and raised it up. We've gone for slip or non-slip material on the sort of seat pan of both pillion and rider seats, and we've gone for a leather sort of edging with white stitching and the white S1000XR logo on front. So that's the sort of overall design wise. We've got a bit of piping that runs down the seam. You've got to be careful when if you want to put piping on your design of seat, because we've ended it as it gets further down here, because as your legs come over, if you've got piping that runs all the way round, it's going to be a pressure point in your legs, you know, that might be uncomfortable over time. Which isn't ideal. So we've put some piping around the top of it, but we've finished it off just sort of, we get down to the middle so it doesn't sit under my legs. So that's the sort of design side of things we've gone for. With regards to comfort, we've added in pillion and rider seat a ultimate comfort insert, which is a 16mm gel pad, which is put into the seat. So they cut out segments of the sponge that's in the stock seat. That gets inserted on top. It's all reshaped and added into the seat. We've had a reshape, as I said. We've had the pillion seat raised up slightly, and to the top of the rider's seat we've sort of come up into the pillion seat, so it gives it a nicer sort of flow. You don't have to have the inserts put in if you didn't want that. It's obviously an added cost to the seat. You don't have to put them in if you're already happy with how comfortable your seat is. You can have a reshape though. It just means he just works with sponge, reshapes it, gives it a nicer form, but it doesn't mean to say it makes it any more comfortable. So as I said, you can add that into the seat if you wanted to, the gel pads, or you could just have it for the rider seat. If you don't ride with the pillion or ride twos up, you could just have it on the rider seat, not the pillion. As I said, it is an extra cost. So that brings us on to the next topic, which everybody's interested in. How much do these sort of things cost? Well, from him it ranges from 140 quid, 140 pounds UK, up to 260. Again, it depends on what you want to have done. It's not actually sort of seat specific, fixed price, etc. It all depends what you want to have done. If you just want to have a design, different material, you're going to be low on the lower of the scale of price, towards the 140, 150 pound mark. But if you go with a reshape, with a design, with the comfort inserts front and rear, you're going to be towards the top end of the scale, towards that 260 pound mark. Again, if you take out the pillion comfort insert and just have rider, you're going to be coming down that bit more. But you know, I can't be exact. Everybody's different. Everyone's different things. Everyone's different designs. So that can be done. Or is discussed with Alistair, what that would cost for your particular bike. This is the second seat I've had done with him. It's all been done over the telephone. I live in Germany. He lives in the UK. So it's kind of daunting to do that, and it took me a while to commit to something like this, because I'd been on a few bike shows and other places around and looked at seats. Very expensive, and I wasn't particularly happy with the quality of the seats, the quality of work. I'm fairly fussy. I'm quite hard to please. So in that respect, I think his work is stunning. So I was completely taken back by the quality of his work, and as I said, I'm quite difficult to please, but I was pleased no end. So how I went about things, I contacted him, I sent him photos of my bike, I sent him pictures of other seats that I'd seen that I liked the look of or parts thereof, and we kind of threw together a design, the shape of one seat, material design from another seat with a logo. So I just threw some bits and bobs together, and we kind of threw it around, bashed it about, and come up with a design. With Alistair, he's totally experienced. He has years of experience in custom seats for motorbikes, so there's no dramas that something's going to look odd, or you know, there's going to be huge parts, but you know, it's just going to look out of place. I didn't have that worry at all. As I said, he's got years of experience, so I was happy for him to sort of give him a bit of free line with the design. He could add some bits in if he wanted to. That being said, if you've got absolutely no idea what you want, or you've never seen, you've got no idea what's happening, you can leave the design down to him 100%. Send him a picture of your bike, what you ride, and he will then be able to design something for you. Turnaround for this type of seat comes in around, I mean, mine took a slightly longer, but you're looking at a sort of, depending on where you're sending it from or where you live, you're looking at between sort of a week and a half to a 2-week turnover. Took slightly longer with mine because I shipped mine from Germany to UK, and when it arrived with him, it had been soaking wet for some reason, or water had got into it, possibly while I'd been washing and riding, and it hadn't escaped out of the seat. So it had to dry out for a few days. So it did take that a bit longer, but I think all being well, if he's not busy and nothing else gets in the way, then you're talking a good realistic week and a half to a 2-week turnover. He may be able to do it quicker, may take a bit longer, depends on his workflow. So if you're looking into something like this, then do give him a shout. I'll leave links to his website and his Facebook page in the description below. It's probably worth mentioning that I think he has got an action on, if you like his page, I think up to once he hits 2,500 likes on his page, he's giving away a custom free seat job up to the amount of 260 quid, so right up the higher end of the scale. So you're talking anything you need doing to it, he'll do it for free. So if you want to take part in that, then do go across to his Facebook page, give it a like, and you'll be entered into his competition. If you can't wait that long and you want something doing, then I've spoken to Alistair, and he's agreed that if you contact him and want a seat doing, all you have to do is mention where you saw his work. So just mention my name or mention my channel, The Likeable Rider, to him, and you'll be given a 5% discount on your order, which I think is amazing. So thanks to Alistair for doing that. But I think anyway, his prices are so I think his prices are it's probably the cheapest on the market, and it doesn't mean to say with cheap it's going to be cheap and nasty. As I said, his work is absolutely stunning. As I said, second seat I've had done, and I'd have 20 seats done from him. Absolutely stunning work. You'd have no dramas whatsoever with regards to quality, or if you're a bit anxious about it, obviously doing it over the phone or over internet is a bit daunting. You're not sure what you're going to get, but trust me, if you're watching this video, his work is absolutely stunning. So if you want to do that, then do go over and give him a shout. As I said, mention my channel name and you'll be given a 5% discount. So I think we've pretty much covered everything there is to explain. If I have missed anything, if you want any extra info, then chuck me a comment in the comment section below. But I think we've covered most of the main topics. I know everybody's been waiting for me to release this video, but this is the first day where it's actually been sunny. I did actually record the video this week, but because it's been so naff with the weather and it was terribly windy, the audio was absolutely terrible. So yeah, managed to get out today. So as I said, if you're wanting to get something done, give him a shout, mention my name for you to get your discount, and hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you next time. Take care.